In a nearly forgotten town buried deep in the woods, stands a crumbling mansion that most people don't even know exists. But for Frank, an experienced urban explorer, that was exactly the kind of place worth investigating. The house had clearly been abandoned for decades, windows smashed, but strangely sealed from the inside, almost like something didn't want to be seen. What Frank captured inside would leave him and viewers questioning whether he was truly alone in that house. As Frank stepped inside, the mansion didn't just smell old, it felt wrong. Though untouched for years, something about the space didn't feel empty. There were objects scattered everywhere, arranged with disturbing intention. Frayed ropes, a child's shoe, cracked mirrors, and red stains smeared across the wood. Some of the walls also had frantic messages scratched into the plaster. One of them simply read, "Help me." It should have been a sign to leave, but Frank kept going.
Me with this is that this definitely looks like real blood. And this too. Looks like somebody was like putting their bloody hand around the wall, like they were waiting in here for a while. Ayúdame. Quamen matar.
The writing on the wall in Spanish translates to "help, they want to kill me." If things weren't unsettling enough, Frank switched to night vision, and in one room he stumbled upon a child's toy. Harmless, right? Wrong. It turned on by itself over and over again, and no one else was there.
So at this point, I'm gonna leave the toy right here, and I'm gonna see if I could go down the hallway, and I'm gonna see if I could ask it to turn the toy on, because I think whatever's here doesn't want me next to the toy, or maybe it's a child, or maybe it's some sort of something's messing with me here, or maybe the toy's defected.
Or so he thought. Frank captured something that made his heart stop. Reviewing the footage later, he realized there was a figure, something or someone, lurking in the shadows of one of the rooms. At first, he thought it could have been a reflection or some trick of the light, but no matter how hard he tried to debunk it, he couldn't explain what he saw.
I'm gonna turn off the light. What the fuck is that? What the fuck was that?
The most terrifying moment came when Frank captured footage of a small arm, pale and low to the ground, pushing a door open.
I thought I felt safer, completely dark. I lied. I definitely do not. What the fuck? Hola? Hola?
Frank decided to leave a candy bar on the floor to see if someone would come for it. Minutes passed with no movement, until he saw it.
That's that whole hallway. And then right here is the big window. What the hell is that? Oh, shit. That look. Oh. Hold on.
While scanning the outside of the building, he saw what appeared to be a little girl staring at him from the side of the window. Then after a moment, she was gone. When Frank shared his footage with local security guards who occasionally patrolled the area, they confirmed his worst fears. They had seen the child too. Some guards even quit their jobs because they couldn't handle the constant unexplained activity around the mansion. To this day, no one knows exactly what's going on in that mansion. Is it haunted by the ghost of a child? Was something terrible done there that left behind an imprint of pain and suffering? Or is it something even darker? One thing's for sure, whatever it is, it hasn't left. Popular YouTuber Josh and his crew decided to take on a truly disturbing location: the abandoned Orlando Sun Resort in Florida. Back in its prime, this place was a stunning getaway with over 600 rooms. It was a family destination where countless memories were made. But today, it's a completely different story. Dead palm trees lining the property, trash scattered everywhere, burned out rooms, piles of dumped furniture, baby cribs, broken TVs, and graffiti. The only guests are the homeless, or worse. People drive in to dump their trash or pick through the remains without a care. No one stops them. There's no security, no fences, no signs warning people to stay out.
Yeah, that's true. Someone made some makeshift tables out here. Some of them still have the TVs in them over here. Look at this. Let's get over there.
So should the people just come in here and...
Yeah, he's coming in with his little dump truck.
Let's find out what he's doing. They won't care we're here, right?
Nah. Look at this place.
Everything was going as expected. Josh and his crew were filming, exploring, and marveling at the wreckage, until things took a sudden and dramatic turn. While flying their drone to capture footage of the area, they accidentally caught some people engaging in illegal activities on camera. And let's just say those people weren't too happy about it.
Look at this. I'm zooming right in on them with the drone flying over there. I shouldn't be doing this. We're not going to go over there though, but oh my God, I can't believe this.
What happened next was unsettling. They found themselves running for their lives. The people they caught on camera didn't take too kindly to being filmed and chased after Josh and his crew with dogs and machetes. It was pure chaos as they ran for their lives out of the abandoned resort.
Oh shit, they're running here. They're running. They're running, bro. Running. This ain't no joke, actually. This actually ain't a joke. We can't.
This resort is not just abandoned, it's claimed by people who don't want to be found. And if you go looking for the past here, you might not like what finds you. Dark Urbex is the guy who dives headfirst into forgotten places, uncovering the eerie beauty of abandoned buildings and sharing it all on his YouTube channel. From crumbling factories to deserted hospitals, he's seen it all, or so he thought. His latest adventure was supposed to be just another thrilling exploration. This time, he and his co-explorer set their sights on an abandoned sauna deep in the woods, left untouched since 1995. On the surface, it seemed like the perfect spot, remote, decaying, but things didn't go as planned.
Mida fuck? Vaatame alguses selle nurga ära.
Stepping inside was like entering another world. The sauna was in shambles. The walls were crumbling. The air was thick with dust, and moss covered what was left of the floors. But what really caught their attention were the walls. They were covered in disturbing drawings and cryptic writings that made no sense. Strange symbols, unsettling phrases, and a sudden feeling like they weren't supposed to be there. As they explored room after room, their unease grew. Then came the moment that changed everything. After pulling back the curtain, they got the fright of their lives. This was probably just a homeless person living in the abandoned house, but as they never saw anyone and all they heard was a loud scream, it caused them to run for their lives. Urban explorers Brian and Michael from The Proper People are known for pushing the limits, but this time, they may have gone too far. It all started like any other late-night adventure. The plan? To explore a long-abandoned insane asylum tucked deep in the woods. Sounds creepy enough already, right? But this wasn't a random walk-in and take a few photos kind of spot. This place was hidden away, only accessible by a crumbling old road. As they made their way down the overgrown path, they soon discovered the asylum. This place was ruined. The roof was long gone, leaving only skeletal beams and crumbling walls behind. Brian and Michael said this was one of the most destroyed places that they had visited.
Jesus, this is ridiculously destroyed.
Where do you want to go first? Is that a basement staircase?
They started in the basement, and the deeper they went, the colder it got.
Oh shit! As you say, don't slip. Oh, you form in the basement. I'm fucking colder in the basement.
What, really?
Usually. Yeah. Fuck, there's no walls.
This is probably the most ravaged place we've ever been in.
The tension began to build when they heard strange noises. Rustling, crunching, maybe even footsteps. They tried to brush it off as animals or the wind, but you could tell it was getting under their skin.
That's just an animal. No, this is not a basement, though.
I heard rustling.
Things took a turn for the worst when they decided to check out the upper floor. That's when Michael noticed a light outside the building. At first, he wasn't sure what it was.
Oh, shit. What? There's somebody there.
No way.
Yes, I see their light. They're out there. I swear on my life. Right there.
But then he realized it was coming from someone's phone outside of the building. Now here's where things got really sketchy. Whoever it was didn't make a move to approach them. There wasn't even a single car parked nearby. So how did this person get there? Were they watching, stalking, or setting up some kind of trap? And why were they hiding?
I hear him.
Should I say hello?
Yeah.
There's somebody out there.
The guys debated their options, confront whoever it was, or get the hell out of there. But with so many unknowns, and that strange feeling of being watched, they decided it wasn't worth the risk. Feeling unsafe and completely sketched out, they bailed.
Who it is?
There's no other car here.
He was on this side.
That was 100%.
That was a person. But he had a phone.
Why is there a person here? Like, what the fuck?